Today we're going to be doing my top 7 worst to best Sideshow Collectibles premium formats that I own. That's up next. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Chris, the Batman Statue Collector, your Dark Knight of Collecting, and if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell. That does help people just like you find this content, and I'm really glad that you're here today because today I'm going to be counting down my top 7 worst to best premium formats that I have behind me here. If you are a follower of this channel, you know, and that's probably what first caught your attention was my display back here. I've had it. It's still a great display and I love having it in my collection, and I'm really excited about the new pieces that are coming. But until then, I thought maybe I would go ahead and do my top 7 worst to best. Again, there really is no worst, but I did want to rank these statues to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at. I did a Prime 1 video last year with my Arkham collection. I just recently did an updated version of that, and someone said, hey Chris, why don't you do your Sideshow pieces as well? So I thought, let's do it. Here is my top 7 pieces and why I rank them the way I do. Okay, so coming in at number 7, a great piece, but it is probably my least favorite of the group. It's really difficult between 7 and 6, but I went ahead and did 7 as Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn is a great statue. She is fabric and sculpt, so mixed media on this piece. I really like it. There is some posability issues where it's a simple pose. You can't really display her from very many different angles in my opinion, but I really like her face sculpt. It's that crazy head sculpt, and the great thing about it is that classic jester look, whereas the new versions of her are more of the modern Harley Quinn, which I'm fine with as well. Do I feel like the new Harley Quinn piece that they did last year, is it as good as this one? That is subjective. I really don't know. I have seen it in person, but I do feel like this Harley is still great. It's still a great piece. I'm still glad I own it in my collection. Obviously, I didn't go for the new piece, so that does say a lot about this piece. But it is, in my opinion, the least exciting of all the statues. But again, still a great statue. Coming in at number 6, it might surprise some of you, but it's going to be Batman. Batman is my 6th on the list. It is a fantastic statue. I have the original version. Now, the footage that I'm going to show you here has that modified cape. The cape is sculpted. Mine is that blue version. They did have some issues with the pits, the armpits, with the fabric. Mine did not have that issue at all. But they went ahead and did a second version that was more, less blue. And so my personal one has that cape, doesn't really match with the blue and the black, so that's something that I'm still considering of maybe swapping it out. I never got the exclusive, which I wish I would have. I don't have the Batarang, so that's a ding on my part. Still a great statue. I love it, but it's just still, I think that there are other statues in the collection that are just better. It's still desired. You can get it right now at a great price point if it's something that you haven't ever picked up. Obviously, I haven't picked up the new version either. I'm still kind of debating whether to do that because I do like Batman, I do like Poison Ivy, those new pieces. But I am still sticking with my OG line, so it's real difficult for me. But they're both really well done, both really well executed. But at the end of the day, this has more of a comic book feel to me. I really like it, but again, it's just missing a little bit of a wow factor. The sculpted cape is nice, but it also took up a tremendous amount of room in the display, and I also worry about it leaning. But anyway, still a good piece. I know I'm going to surprise you with that it's number 6 on my list, but that's where it's at. So number 5 on my list is going to be Killer Croc. Now this is one that is a bit controversial because people either really love it or they really hate this piece. I think it is incredibly underrated. It is a very good sculpt. It might be a little bit undersized, I'm going to be honest. I feel like the statue itself is undersized. I feel like the base is way too big. I wish that there was some sort of happy medium. I wish he was maybe just a little bit smaller than Bane, but still a really good statue, incredible details. Of course, the main problem is that neck seam. I have it covered up with a chain. You can spend a couple bucks on a chain and cover it up and it looks really good. And I just still think it's a very underrated piece. I think it's very well sculpted and it definitely adds a very dynamic action pose into your display. I really like this one, but again, I wish he was bigger. If he was, I probably would have ranked him just a little bit higher. Number 4 on my list is going to be Poison Ivy. Still a phenomenal statue. Now I know the new one is really well done as well. Some people either love that or hate that as well. I did recently just have a chance to finally see it in person, and I really like it. I'm still also debating whether to get her. But this piece is beautiful. It has always been beautiful. It is incredibly well sculpted. It's sexy. The colors are really good. I actually custom painted mine to bring out the greens a little bit more. It was a little bit more muted. The original release, of course, they've done the green with Ivy as well, which is painted beautifully. I tend to like the not the green skin. I know the new one is green skin, but I just feel like from top to bottom this was really beautiful. I love the flower monsters coming out of the plants, or the plant monsters. Just really beautiful statue, and it's still one of my favorites in my collection. It'd be really hard for me to get rid of her if I did get the new Poison Ivy. Still just a beautiful statue. Number 3 on my list is the brand new Catwoman from Sideshow Collectibles, a beautiful premium format. Now I really liked the old one, but it was limited with the pose. Of course it did have that cut and sew element. At first I loved the cut and sew elements, but now I'm more of a fully sculpted person. As I've gone on, I still do appreciate when tailoring is done well, but I do appreciate more, I think, the sculpted, and this is just beautiful. It kicks the old Catwoman out of the park, in my opinion. I think that she is gorgeous. I love the pose. It's very unique being on this base. I'm just very impressed with the direction of this piece. At first, I wasn't all that excited about Batman and Joker. I don't love the Joker on the pogo stick. It's still a cool piece, but it's just maybe a little bit too cartoony for me, whereas the other ones are more realistic in the line. But this Catwoman is just super realistic, beautiful sculpt, and like I said, I just feel like it blows the other one out of the water. If you do own that one though, it's still a great piece, but man, if you have a chance to get this new one, top notch. I'm really glad I pulled the trigger on this Catwoman. Number 2 on my list is going to be Bane. Bane is phenomenal, and it's literally, in my opinion, one of the greatest premium formats that Sideshow has done on any line, period. He's massive, he's well sculpted. I love the base with the bat signal. His hands, everything about this piece is well executed. Even if you are not a big DC fan or a Batman fan, you have to appreciate this sculpt. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you know, he's a monster. He's this beast of a character, but he is just so well done, and he has so much presence in the collection. I mean, I've seen a lot of people even display him with like 1/3 scales because he's so big. Of course, he's not 1/3 scale, but he is just a really impressive piece. It's one of the absolute favorites in my collection. I can never see me letting this one go, and I don't think they'll do another Bane better. I don't know if there's any company that's done a better Bane than this. I really like the Prime 1 Bane, but it's massive and it has some posability issues with him looking down, which I love the art concept on that, but I don't know if there's ever been a Bane that's been better than this one. I just think it's absolutely top notch. All right, that brings us to number 1. Number 1 on my list is the OG, the original Joker. Oh my gosh, this thing still stands up. It holds the test of time. It stands the test of time, rather. It is just a beautiful statue. It is cut and sew, which again, I'm kind of hit and miss with right now, but the head sculpt, it is the head sculpt that brings it all together. It is one of the best Joker head sculpts, period, out of anything that I've ever seen done. I love the new Bermejo Joker, and it might be right up there with that one. But it is by far my favorite premium format. If I had to sell all of them for financial reasons, I think I would have to keep the Joker. It's my favorite character. I love the Joker, as you guys know. But there's just something about this particular piece. It's just so well executed. It is that nod to The Killing Joke, which I really appreciate. It's my favorite comic book growing up. I just absolutely love this statue, and it is, again, held the test of time. It's just a gorgeous statue. If you have never seen it in person and you have the chance to own it, get it, because I don't know if they'll ever do a Joker that's better. Again, the new Joker is great, but I feel like it is nowhere in comparison to this Joker that I own back here. It is just absolutely phenomenal. I, of course, am extremely excited about the other ones that are coming in my collection. I have Mr. Freeze and Scarecrow coming in this collection. I have been debating whether to add Batman or Poison Ivy to this collection. There's also that brand new Harley Quinn that was revealed on the 12 Days of Sideshow. That is a possibility. So I'm going to do a follow-up video. It might be a year from now, but I'm going to do a follow-up video with my new rankings because I have a feeling that this case will change tremendously over the next year. I'm very excited to play around with the possibility of switching some pieces out because the new series has grown on me very much. Seeing and comparing the quality of the old ones, which are still great, but to the quality of the new ones in sculpt, paint, just second to none. Sideshow. Sideshow is really doing a phenomenal job with their premium formats lately, in my opinion. I feel like they've really stepped up their game. There's a lot of competition out there. Sideshow knows that. So they are stepping up their game. They're putting out tremendous products. And again, I cannot wait for those rogues. I'm hoping very, very much that we see further rogues like Clayface, like Ra's al Ghul, like Riddler, like Penguin. Sideshow, if you're watching, I still challenge you guys. You have to make those. People have been literally demanding them for years since I started collecting. So please bring those to the collectors. But again, I'm very excited about Freeze and Scarecrow, and I can't wait to see them in this collection. I hope they fit. I have to get a bigger case for sure. But anyway, let me know your list. Out of the ones I own, let me know your particular, how you would rank them in order. Do you think I'm insane for putting Batman so low on my list, or do you think I had it right? I would love to read your comments. I really appreciate you guys taking the time not only to watch, but also to comment down below as well. It means the world to me. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching. Again, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. If you want to sign up for our notification squad, please do that at thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com, and I will add you to that list. I finally figured out the blind carbon copy, so that way your information will be private. So thank you guys that stuck with me on that, and you'll get your notification that way every day as well. So anyway, also make sure you've joined us on the Facebook groups, Brotherhood of the Bat, and also on Instagram, Batman Statue Collector. And again, just from top to bottom, I appreciate you guys being here and watching this content. Thank you very much. And again, I'll be back, I don't know when, doing a second follow-up video to this, see what my new list is. So stay tuned for that. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Bat Cave. Bye, everybody.